Hello everyone, my name is Sister Maria Ivana and I'm the principal at St. Croix Catholic School. I've served in schools as a teacher and administrator for 15 years, 12 of those being at the elementary school level. And it's a gift to be back at St. Croix Catholic and a privilege to be serving as principal here. I'd like to tell you about Virtuous leadership and what it looks like at SCCS. At St. Croix Catholic, all things are grounded in the richness of the faith, from which springs the formation of our children, scholars, disciples, and leaders. A formation steeped in virtue, deep thinking, and hands-on learning. From the moment you walk into the school, Christ is present, and it is clear. We proclaim that He is the reason for our existence. Even in our staff workroom, prominently displayed are the words, "Be it known to all who enter here that Jesus is the reason for this school." He is the unknown but ever-present teacher in its classes, and He is the model of its faculty, the inspiration of its students. The formation in virtue and leadership which we offer at St. Croix Catholic is rooted in Jesus. And in thinking about what this looks like in concrete form, what is the goal for students at SCCS? I'd like to turn to the person and example of St. John Paul II. He was a scholar, a brilliant man who changed the course of history through his virtuous leadership as priest, bishop, and pope. His power, if you will, rested in his relationship with Jesus. He was a disciple first. This is where our formation of the child as leader begins. Discipleship. From a rich liturgical and sacramental life to intentional religious instruction, our students are grounded in the faith. For example, our itty-bitties, our preschoolers through 5th graders, go to the atrium once a week and are formed through the Catechesis of the Good Shepherd program. Here, the children's sense of wonder and yearning for God is nurtured and nourished. In middle school, we seek the guidance of the Holy Spirit to guide our teachers in helping our maturing young men and women discover their charisms, their God-given gifts. John Paul II was able to impact the world as he did because he recognized his gifts and he used them to better this world so loved by our God. This is how we form our middle schoolers. First, we know them. We make sure they know that we love them. And then we encourage and stretch them so that they can and will set the world on fire with their gifts of intelligence, virtue, and talent. We take seriously our duty to make sure that our students know they've been created for greatness, and we give them opportunities to live it out here at St. Croix Catholic in preparation for carrying it forth further after they graduate from here. In the day-to-day, what does virtuous leadership look like at SCCS? It begins with the powerful example of our priests who are so very present to our students, whether greeting them in the morning, leading them in prayer, or simply being with our children at lunch. The children learn from their example that leadership first means giving of oneself to the other, and one of the most powerful manifestations of this giving is the gift of time. Our students witness the leadership of our teachers and staff. Leadership means service. Our teachers arrive early to offer extra help to students. They stay after school to meet with students and parents to ensure that we're doing our part to form scholars. And I would be remiss if I didn't mention that our students learn what it is to be a leader from one another. Whether from the example of the middle schooler who directs his or her Mass buddy during all-school Mass, or the 8th graders who perform the Epiphany blessing in classrooms throughout the school, or the 8th grader who encourages one of our little ones right before we go live with all school announcements. St. Catherine of Siena once said, "If you are what you should be, you will set the world on fire." At St. Croix Catholic, we form each student as scholar, disciple, and thus as a leader, so that they can and will set the world on fire. Thank you for helping us so that we can continue to do just this for our children today and for generations to come. God bless you.